Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a lot to cover, so I'm going to get right to it. Take a deep breath. Okay, so I have a lot to cover. The energies have just been a little bit weird for me, and I didn't really sleep last night, so I'm sorry if I'm a little loopy, but I do want to get this out to you because definitely messages that need to get out there within the reads, okay? So I actually have 3 union reads. This first one's really quick, and 2 divine masculine reads. So I'm going to get right into this so I can get all your messages out to you. This union read was on the 9th at 12:21 at night. So again, it was at 12:21. And so the 9th, where were we on the 9th? We were at the 19 on the 9th. So the 9th is the 9 of the Hermit and the 19 of the Sun. And then today's the 10th of the Wheel of Fortune, and the day adds up to the 20 of Judgment. So those are the energies we're dealing with. And then starting with this union read at 12:21 on the 9th, and by the way, today's my mom's birthday. She's in the Alzheimer's facility, and we're only allowed to go there in case of emergencies. So happy birthday, Mom. All right, 12:21, this first union read. I'm going to show you the pictures of all the reads first. So you have a snapshot if you want to take a snapshot and follow. All right, so this is the first read, the union read. This is the first divine masculine read. This is the basic read, and then this is the full read. And then we have the next union read. And then this was, I actually clarified this union read, which was kind of interesting. There's some cool parallels there with the cards that I pulled. And then this was the next union read, or yeah, that was it. Okay, so you have all the pictures there. This first union read had the underlying energy as the Lovers. The central energy was the Justice or Libra card. And the Lovers is Gemini energy. Lovers, Justice is blind. The underlying divine feminine energy was the Hermit, the Page of Wands, and the Judgment card. Alone with light, masked deity with burning desire, and karma, judgment, and opening their crown. In the 4D, the divine feminine, frog to prince on top of the world. The divine masculine, separation, the lighthouse in the storm, or ship hovering. Bridge by the 7 of Swords, passing downloads while others take notice. In the 5D, again, for those of you not familiar with my reads, this is 4D, 5D, and 6D. The bottom row is 4D, middle row is 5D, top row is 6D. The left energy, 3 cards coming in, is the divine feminine energy. The 3 cards going out of the read is the divine masculine. And the 2 cards at the top are the underlying energies on the right. And the closing summary card, on the left is the underlying, and then on the right is the summary or closing card. So here in the 5D, on the 9th, the divine feminine floating on top, the divine masculine overflowing with love, and bridging the 2 by justice, truth, and balance, without using your eyes, in and out of the portal. In the 6D, the divine feminine expansion with heat, the divine masculine finding the light, and bridging the 2 by suffering in silence, allowing yourself to be in the dark. The divine feminine in a 4D growth spurt, feeling the frog, flotation device, and the 6D hot potatoes. The divine masculine in the 4D hurt, the 5D self-love, and the 6D message of light from deep down under. The bridge in the 6D here is passing 4D downloads on the bridge, the 5D justice and love, and then the divine feminine in the 6D purging sadness. The outgoing divine masculine was the Emperor losing the false hand in a release. The reason and the do, re, mi, fa, so came up with the Re and the Sun, brushing up on his voice lessons. And that was just coming up today as well to sing. And I've been getting that message for me personally to sing as well. The 8 of Wands, color my world, as the steering committee, the Knight of Swords passing the 5D message. The summary is the Ace of Pentacles, the diamond in the rough, exposed to the air and uprooted. Lover's justice of new life, breaking ground and ground breaking. The Hermit to the Emperor, the Page of Wands to the Eight of Wands, and the Karma to the Knight of Swords. So the solo controller, the Virgo to Aries, inspired to spin, and karma for messages. The number grid came up to the number 41, which is the Ace of Cups, love, self-love, spiritual love, new love. The horizontal grid was the 15, 3, and 23, which is the Devil, the Empress, and the King of Wands. So codependent Empress and King of Wands and new love. And then the vertical lines were the 12, 16, 4, 8, and 1, which is the Hangman hanging out, the Tower, sudden events, the Emperor in his strength, and the Magician manifesting or ending karma with the Ace of Cups, new love. So that was the first quick read. And that I watched the movie Before I Fall, which I'd seen before, but I forgot that I saw it, so I watched it again, and I definitely liked that movie. That's about, and I guess there's a reason that I'm watching it again after I probably watched it in the beginning of my journey at some time. And it's definitely about playing it over and over again until you get it right. So the Divine Masculine for the 9th, the SIRIAN Starseed deck was cut and dealt at 909, which is 2 Hermits. And then as I was putting the cards out, 66 came up as significant, an Hour of Cry. That was at 914, 9 the Hermit, 14 the Temperance card, and then R of Cry. Yeah, it was very interesting how the cards were, when I clarified the one union read, totally different cards were coming up looking exactly the same. It was really cool. I'll have to show you that when that read comes up. But here in the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the King of Swords was looking like the Four of Pentacles, Divine Masculine's heart in the Bat Cave, which was weird. I've never seen that before. And then I was getting Angie, like Angie, the song. So music was coming up again. And Angie, and also changing and face is strange. So both of those were coming up as significant. This was at 9:20 for Angie. And then I finished the read at 9:33. 20, of course, is Judgment, and then 9 is Hermit, with 33 is the Christ vibration, and the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself without being defensive. And the major arcana in this read was just the shadow in the main part of the read, which is the Devil. And then before the read, we had Luna and Chariot, which is the moon in the Chariot. And after the read, Justice came up. We had 1 cup in this read yesterday and 7 pentacles. That never happens, that I have 7 of one suit. It was 1 cup, 7 pentacles, 1 sword, and 1 wand. So very much about the practical things of everyday living as well as finances. And then we had the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles within the body of the read. Before the read, the King of Wands, and after the read, the Knight of Wands. So we had the Knights and Kings of Pentacles and Wands. So very masculine energy there. The numbers and the code line were all about change. And then we had triple 4s and double 10s. So the triple 4s are very angelic realm. And then the double 10s is just keeping your vibration really high. The message line added up to 9 from 3, 6, and 9, and the date happened to be 6-9. So the 369 was very prevalent, and then the time was 9:33. So 369, the 3 being the 1, 2, 3 of the 3D, 4, 5, 6 of the 4D, and then 7, 8, 9 of the 5D. The other numbers that came up as significant were 17, 11, which is the Star and Justice. 23 of the King of Wands, the sequence of 5, 6, 7, 8, lay them straight. And as well, in a lesser sense, 34, which is the 8 of Wands, 45, the 5 of Cups, 410, which is 0 behind 41, again, that Ace of Cups energy of love, and then the 810, the 0 backing up the 81, which is the end of karma. All right, so the code line here was all about change. And I was getting Crimea River too. The false mother, or the madman mother, but the ma was definitely coming up. And the mast, or the support key in the workplace co-creation of the 6 Sophia, or lovers of the Divine Feminine, hour of cry, or sever of crying, or Sophia, ever of cry. So this is all about, crying wolf, complaining, any of that kind of stuff that you can't do it when of course you can. Facing the strain, right, with the music, change, face the strain. And then, the Empress was coming up there too, with the Empress of cry stalls. So the Empress stalling, right? So complaining or manipulating in order to stall things. Then that's when I got Cry Me a River. Also false math. So that could be some kind of symbols that are coming up, maybe false. But it was coming up as the feminine, instead of Christmas, the Sophia Miss energy. It was like that was being key. Again, focusing on the feminine energy, because we need to raise the feminine energy in the workplace and Trinity. The Lovers, sever the office, which is shaman, and allow the changes and face the strain. Changing and face the strain. So we start this read at 11:11. At 10 of Cups, which is the emotional fulfillment, the 10 of Cups. The 4 of Cups was upright beneath it, as well as the Luna or Moon reversed. Chariot was upright, and the King of Wands reversed. So the happy family with emotional fulfillment after grounding and integrating, and perhaps wishing on a star for an offer of love, being an island unto himself, the new moon eclipse, deception, and boldly moving forward with the King of Wands reversed, shaman who's tired, impatient, or fallen angels, or Sagittarius, without peace and feeling jealousy and sincerity, grounding and integrating love, bored, defending his juggling act, his performance. So the twins happy with family, but their world incomplete. Seal divine feminine in the 5D world of the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, big abundant energy there. Great riches and abundance, with the King of Cups reversed, feeling guilty for negative self-talk and gossip, spying, and mean words perhaps to the Queen of Pentacles at the lunar eclipse, softens the full moon blow and neutralizes as well as the solar eclipse. So I was getting because there's eclipses here, it changes the effects of the full moon and the new moon and makes there a neutral zone in between. So the magician manifests by clinging to his money. Scrooge, at least during the eclipses. The lobster hung out to dry. The dogs are gray, where usually the dogs are barking like crazy at the moon. They're gray here, not feeling good. The path of least resistance is on the glass ceiling. Who would have known? Tools on the table, ready to deal. Richard Simmons, Richard Gere, and Michael Jackson, and Ebenezer Scrooge. The Queen of Cups upright, out, loving, kind, and nurturing, and intuitive, in disconnect or not seeing eye to eye. And when I wrote Ebenezer, I was getting ebony and ivory as well. So in disconnect or not seeing eye to eye or face to face, withholding time, money, and energy, and new life, with the secret out, or secret passion, and needing to use their intuition. Pisces reversed, perhaps dealing with a Cancer, and we have a Queen of Cups upright, King of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed here, all Cups energies. The Queen of Cups is upright though, and the guys are reversed. Hedge funds or hedge portal connected to the middle of the oval or circle or horseshoe. The letter A was coming up here, the lowercase a, which is the 0 of the human embodiment of source, with the tail being connection or human connection. Heads underwater at 11:50, which is justice, and the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. So someone might be finding emotional fulfillment, unable to keep their head above water. Who would have figured, right? So we had underlying energy, we had Cancer upright and reversed. So if I say upright and reversed, it means there could have been 2 of that sign, or one sign with both energies, negative and positive. Sagittarius was double upright and 1 reversed. Gemini had double uprights. Virgo was double upright. Pisces reversed. Leo upright, and Taurus upright. So codependency energy here, along with soulmate for the masculine. The King of Wands reversed, tired of making everyone else happy, and now being Scrooge with their savings and the secret out and codependencies. The King of Wands reversed, not showing affection, perhaps upset the third party lover is out, grounding and integrating, getting over their grief and hanging out, inspecting every detail, 2 at the gate looking at house with weather vane and sweet tweets pointing north. And third energy, thinking about it. And will it restrict them crossing the tree limb with mitos, so close he can inspect her without touching? Scissors magnet coin, the postman won't deliver, still inspecting the merchandise, hostage situation of abundance, which then was 88, which is the two masculine and feminine dancing side by side within their masculine and feminine. The 10 of Swords, painful end, or ending pain, betrayal, back pain, and associated treatments. And we had love underneath the 88, which is number 6, of love, family, and community, but also the lovers. The patient lover, happy, sunshine, kids exposed and moving the Knight of Wands passionately with the Empress to recover from exile, destitution, injury, or illness. And the Queen of Wands reversed, maybe pissed off, just planted their bulbs, and now there's interference with it. Gemini and Taurus, focus, time period, right? So because we're in Gemini. And Uranus, isn't Uranus and Taurus, whatever's in Taurus, that was coming up as a time period. And also coming up Taurus and Uranus, I was getting BS, bullshit, Taurus and Uranus, so that was funny. Okay, so the also the Queen of Wands was reversed and the Knight of Wands was upright. And they're also the energies of the upcoming dates of the 14th and the 15th, and 14 and 15 are the angel and the devil, where we have the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands energies those days. They add up to those energies. So the Queen of Wands may be tired, sick, or angry, family happy, holding on, not spending, not using their intuition, or with a secret out, hanging out to see a new perspective on abundance, the number 88, and love, number 6. The recent past is the 5 of Pentacles reversed, recovering to choose a new path, with the Hermit shedding light with or as the King of Pentacles, or very stable professional. Perhaps advisor or friend helping to choose a path, and the King of Wands reversed, lacking faith, fell on their face or from grace, and the Page of Wands reversed is frustrated or perhaps having temper tantrums, uninspired, with happy family or happy ending, or emotionally fulfilling an end of an emotional cycle, is leaving him and inner child uninspired. Or the King of Wands reversed made a fool of themselves in front of the Page of Wands reversed child in the aftermath of completing the emotional cycle or family cycle, and choosing a new path of the Queen of Wands upright and the King of Swords reversed, or each with their own advisor or legal counsel. Or the Queen of Wands is leaving, making a fool of the King of Wands reversed in front of the child, the Page of Wands reversed, and the 10 of Cups family. The King of Swords may be lying or very sharp with his words and abusive. The foundation is the 2 of Pentacles upright, surrendering their choice. In the aftermath of sudden events, the King of Swords reversed may be lying, cheating, stealing, or receiving stolen goods, or intellectual property, or an investigator bringing him confidential information. About a bold move with the Chariot and the Knight of Wands, coming to a theater near you, or Cancer passionately moving to get busy. Or the King of Swords reversed, feeling railroaded, or FTD or other delivery comes in, or meeting in the middle, driving halfway in a hush-hush operation at 12:28, which is the Hangman and the Twin Flames. And Scorpio, Cancer, and Sagittarius came up right there. At 12:30, which is the Hangman and the union energy of the 4 of Wands, the central energy is the King of Pentacles upright, in a split lie or cutting through the BS, strategizing wisely or hanging out as the 9 of Cups upright and the 9 of Pentacles upright, which is 2 sovereigns, one emotionally sovereign and one practically sovereign or financially sovereign, and standing up to others who don't like them being together. The challenge being the 3 of Pentacles upright, the workplace, Trinity, and a strong need for clarity, lies, split, or divide, of the Devil or Capricorn, codependent depression of the Empress reversed or Taurus reversed, or Devil or Capricorn, King of Pentacles, losing hope or needing to heal the Empress reversed, and that could be a parent who may be ill, or someone who's out of control. So deception of the Page of Swords reversed, child's lies, or a child with a mouth or spreading rumors, or negative self-talk, spying, mean words, messages, or no message at all, or a child with mental challenges, or lying specifically about receiving third energy from the Knight of Swords, messenger of truth, prisoner of offering new passion and growth, and offering opportunity to the Queen of Pentacles, perhaps a mother. An imbalance, not sharing equally, a debt or scam and walking away and within, moving homes, visiting, ending a marriage, holding on to moderate savings, and growing or grounding. The Hierophant reversed in a divorce, a break in contract, or Taurus reversed, or alternative beliefs. The King of Pentacles superhero, intimidating to girls, wanting to rescue them or save them from themselves. The Knight of Wands moving away from the King of Pentacles, Taurus moon. So it could have a Taurus moon placement, or rising and dumped, or in the dumps, purging, crying, or pushed to their emotional limits. In an inequitable relationship of deception and feeling of failure, or bad news, or just doing things under the radar and spying, drained or overexposed, or illness due to overworking, working too hard, slave labor. And now is the Seven of Swords, passing downloads from the Queen of Swords to the King of Pentacles, right past the wounded warrior surrendered. And the Queen of Wands upright, foolish behavior, or fell on their face, or from grace, between the Queen of Wands and the Capricorn devil, healing the devil's wave, or Capricorn after a separation. The Queen of Wands was pissed and now surrendering, but is she really, or is she just putting on a brave face? And the devil Capricorn is healing. The Queen of Swords shining light to Capricorn, or on their codependencies and on the 5D connection, recovering from exile and destitution, illness or injury, and the Queen of Cups upright, nurturing the King of Pentacles in 5D, with the Page of Cups message of love, unable to truly express how they feel. The Queen of Swords dumping emotions onto the Page of Cups, or they're her messages, and the Page of Cups dumping emotions on the Capricorn or devil, or codependencies. The Page of Cups seeing lovers or conflicted about what feels different than what they actually see, drained, imbalanced, and dealing with divorce and or depression, and under the radar opportunity or student or intern or earth child with under radar pressure on them from the Hierophant reversed and Emperor upright. It could be a tainted religious leader, connection to the Emperor, right, church and state, in control of a business with the Empress reversed who may have fallen off the wagon, or under the radar with the King of Swords reversed, dumping one of two women, sick or overexposed. And that was at 111, which is the Magician and Justice. At 112, which is the Magician and the Hangman, or the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups come up here in conflict with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords reversed, or their inner children are hurting each other. The Queen of Swords speaking on resting and meditating in 5D in order to recover from purging, overwhelm, sickness, or being drained, as the Queen of Cups and Page of Cups are overexposed, tired, and conflicted by the Hierophant reversed or Taurus reversed, and Emperor upright and Empress reversed, under the radar or under the table or underhanded by hurting the children, and the King of Swords reversed needing to come into his truth. Taurus reversed times 2 here, Leo reversed, Aries upright, Libra upright and reversed, Gemini upright, Pisces upright, Cancer reversed energies here. So soon for the masculine is the 10 of crystals or pentacles, upright, the dream, family, business, community, or legacy of the messenger of truth, prisoner, with the Page of Pentacles, child or opportunity, and the Page of Pentacles helping the Queen of Pentacles with Libra and Virgo, or Gemini dumping emotional attachments, people, places, and things, in a twist of fate, and justice, divorce, or Libra indebted, or inequity between the Libra and the Queen of Pentacles. Libra could have Virgo, Aries, or Gemini in their chart, all recovering from exile, destitution, being hurt or left behind. He sees himself as the shadow or Capricorn, emotionally unavailable, judged, divorced, Libra Capricorn with world reversed, the 5D world needing closure and being strong, or with Leo or ego, pacifying the beast and looking or going back at being pacified and close-minded in the past, pretending not to know, to stay pure with energy to self while suffering in silence or dealing with a sister to get over loss and regret. Romantic feelings, heart-to-heart conversations, very soon, and then separately, true love and wedding also came up for the masculine here. Around him or how he is seen as the Knight of Pentacles, loyal, humble servant, working, co-creating, as the Dark Knight walking the 4D bridge, through depression and loss of hope, coming together with twins to co-create the dream family and working to align details, creative work, offering help, proposing, working to get over depression and heal. The blocks the masculine needs to clear here is the Six of Pentacles reversed, the imbalance, the fighting against love and innocence, feeling that they may feel that that's a weakness. The fear of imbalance instead of allowing it to flow through you and dumping the emotional attachments to change, and even more so, music. In the aftermath of jealous rage and new passion and burning the past, the Eight of Wands arrows of love go flying, expressing feelings of the Queen of Swords new passion received back from the Five of Swords defensive end, working too hard towards lovers, or burdened by lover or divine feminine burdened, and the divine masculine offering help as the Knight of Pentacles loyal humble servant to the Queen of Swords in an energetic exchange with third party and divine masculine in the Batcave under the radar with third party Queen of Swords lover. Justice rings in 5D Connect or time on the beach to think before the Knight of Wands passionate move and judgment or announcement or wake-up call to action. Libra and Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Scorpio energies here. Could be a Knight of Wands Aquarius moving or the Knight of Pentacles. And that was at 158, which is the Magician and the Four of Swords. So at 159, which is the Magician and the 559 of the Five of Swords, the Ten of Cups, happy family or ending, juggling or surrendering the shadow to the Knight of Pentacles, recovering the King of Pentacles, and challenged by coming together at the workplace in order to work with the Ten of Pentacles, dream, family, business, or legacy, but perhaps there's debt, imbalance, not sharing, or scammed, and passing downloads, an energetic exchange with the divine masculine in the Batcave, with justice and time alone to sleep, rest, or meditate, and then again get busy sending out judgment or sending out announcements, a wake-up call to help the walking dead. The Ten of Cups recovering from the Queen of Wands reversed, surrendering to the King of Pentacles, receiving downloads from the divine feminine, and challenged by coming together at the workplace to co-create, the Shadow or Capricorn and Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or legacy, in an energetic exchange, as well as the Knight of Pentacles, offering help or services to correct an imbalance. Lots of energetic back and forth, passion, love, with the divine masculine in the Batcave, with justice, divorce, or Libra, with a break, and right back to getting busy, the Knight of Wands with a final decision and or announcement. All right, so that was the first divine masculine read. So now we're going to go into the second. And then I watched The Guest the next night. That was like the soldier that never dies. And that was a confirmation. All right, so this is the next union read. And stay tuned for these union reads, because the one I did today was really cool. Okay. So this union read was done at 1:58 this morning. And again, this is a 40, 50, 60 union read for the divine masculine and divine feminine. 1 is the Magician, 58 is the Four of Swords, and that's also for me the connection in the 5D between the two. The underlying energy was the Nine of Swords. The central energy was the Page of Pentacles. Suffering in silence, purging and discovering their abilities. The underlying divine feminine energies coming in was of innocent love, the heart open wide, taking the steps, the first 3 to the Queen of Cups. The child following in mother's footsteps, Lemurian wisdom coming up here. The 4D is the divine feminine idolizing a deity, the masked boy with flame inside, and the divine masculine floating on air, logic and clouded judgment. She sees his false self and he her detached way of floating, and bridging the two by destiny and divine timing. The 5D here was the divine feminine hiding out in the 5D, the divine masculine king of cups, unconditional loving, and bridging the two by curiosity in your abilities, an opportunity to learn from each other. In the 6D is the divine feminine beacon of light in the storm, the divine masculine diamond in the rough, reborn from crystalline core, rock, and iron ore, and bridging the two by the 5D messages and letting go of outcomes. The divine feminine marks the spot, and the divine masculine is up to the task. The divine feminine is the page of pentacles, 4D impish demeanor, 5D hide and seek, and 6D beacon of the deep. The divine masculine floating across the 4D bridge, the 5D king of cups reflection, and the 6D rebirth, and the bridge being the destined 4D atom in human embodiment with the 5D curiosity in crystals, balls, and feminine abilities. The 6D takeoff of ideas, uploads, and messages. And the outgoing divine masculine here is the Mary Magdalene cave with disorganized crystals getting wish of 6 rays and a beautiful spread with the King of Swords. The summary here is karma and lotus opening. The other energies here, purging to pursue ideas to public exploration, and the Page of Cups opens their heart. That exploration could also be an announcement, but the Page of Cups opens their heart to hermit in the Mary Magdalene cave without light, 3 of 7 steps with the last 4 out of sight, but the 5 cups presented all in a row with 4 of 6 rays below from the central sun, 4 beams to 3 cups. So 6 rays to 4.5 cups. So here 3/4 was coming up, and this came up last week as well. So 3/4 was significant, and there's a couple different ways this came up, all lined up pretty for wish, for the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords opening or flowering. So the 3/4 was coming up as important because in this ascension, we're increasing the feminine energy. So the two together of the twins are actually 3/4 feminine, like the XX of the feminine and the XY masculine. There's 3 parts feminine to 1 part masculine, not because things aren't equal, but because we're raising the feminine energy to become equal. So that was coming up, as well as the 3 and the 4 being the Empress and the Emperor, and the 3 steps and then the 4 steps. So it's really like 3.5 where they switch. And then it's like switching and handing off the 3rd baton. The divine feminine gives the credit for that 1 step to the divine masculine, for 4 steps to her 3, even though they pass it off right in the middle. The last 3 steps were coming up as exalted. And again, the sweet spot was coming up as the 4 to 7. And 3 to 1 outnumbered was also coming up. So the grid for this read added up to 44. Which is the 44 of the 8 and of the H with the 2 4s, chairs stacked on top of each other like the lap dance. The 44 is the 4 of Cups, the grounding and integrating and master. I don't know how that was coming out, but the mastering of really the receiving of love. In the horizontal planes, we had 13, 8, and 23, which is death, strength, or the dance, and the King of Wands. So the rebirth dance of the King of Wands. And in the other direction, we had 9, 7, 11, 3, 5, and 9. So it's coming up as the Hermit, Chariot, and Justice with the Empress and 5 of Swords. The Hermit ascends to Justice with defensive Empress. So they were all grounding and integrating, mastering of love. And then with the 4 of Cups from the 44, I was getting 3 smalls and 1.5 big for 6 rays altogether. And then also the 75 of, right, because 3/4 is 75%. So that 75 is the 7 of Pentacles, which is the divine feminine's heart. So that was coming up in that way as well. So then I decided to clarify that read, and I don't usually clarify the union reads, but I decided to last night, so I did. And so with the clarifiers, we had the mini deck with the loyal servant indebted and healing, letting go to make repairs, and the underlying of the regular card was seeking refuge for clarity. The underlying divine feminine was the quest to work on the dependent, or Nine of Pentacles reversed, to become the Queen of Pentacles upright, which came up a lot in the different reads today. So it's about a younger energy becoming like their mother, that type of energy, or just big purchases were coming up, or just that powerlessness of being under the Queen of Pentacles. But there was that relationship between parent and child. Definitely that relationship of like Queen of Cups to Page of Cups, and then it paralleled to the masculine's King of Pentacles to Page of Pentacles. Or working on a large purchase by the Queen of Pentacles, manifesting something of love and birthing of something new. In the 4D was the Page of Wands, bored of giving love to a statue without feelings. The Divine Masculine King of Pentacles with the Page of Wands, ignoring her offer for the Page of Pentacles or opportunity, or that's a child recovering, or finances post-war. And again, it was the Queen of Cups with the Page of Cups and the King of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles, the reflection of that relationship. She makes a big purchase and he's recovering finances, bridging the two by destiny under the radar, which may be unknown, and the Knight of Wands rushes in without tools to an energetic exchange. You don't want to take the cookies out of the oven before they're done. The 5D here is the Divine Feminine standing up for themselves, using nature as a natural defense, and the Divine Masculine King of Cups in a bold move to connect, needing courage and injustice of commitment, or Taurus at work, or Cancer coming in to connect with Leo reversed, Libra reversed, and Taurus upright, at work in deception, or by the new moon coming clean with the Queen of Cups, the Star, or Queen of Cups in Aquarius, or Dream Girl in uncomfortable energies of suffering and silence, or perhaps a sister is involved. The bridging by the Page of Pentacles completely inspired, or handing the Divine Feminine another club to use on him, like him handing her another club to use on him, or a plant to grow in the yard for protection. So you have natural earth to protect you. Really, because the only thing you need as protection is your love energy and nature. And then in the 6D, as a train horn went by, and it was 3 longs and a short. It was 2 longs, a short, and then a long. So 4 train horns altogether. It was at 727, which is the Chariot, and then the Ace of Wands, New Passion, the Divine Feminine Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups offer love in a 3-way situation. The Divine Masculine Patient Angel to Divine Masculine feeling guilty for split lies or cutting through the BS of a rebirthing process, the diamond in the rough, that he's admitting he's rough. The bridge by the Knight of Swords and the 5D messages, and the 10 of Cups reversed, overlooking back at the awakening, to judgment, announcement, wake-up call to purge and send messages, together as the 6 of Cups, loving inner children. The High Priestess reversed, the Page of Cups reversed, and the Queen of Swords reversed may have all been awakening together in different ways. No intuition, rejection, and grief wounds between the 3 of them to clear here. The outgoing Divine Masculine was the homeless, unhappy, or home alone, the devil with kids, or Capricorn in sunshine and full exposure to sealed Divine Feminine and the world connecting to PTSD and homelessness wounds. So the summary here was karma with the 7 of Pentacles, reaping rewards of the Divine Feminine's heart in the E-Tower, the never-ending story of lovers, or the King of Wands, man of passion. No peace in joy of coming together in the aftermath of the 10 of Pentacles reversed, dysfunction or loss, destined to frustration and temper tantrums of the Knight of Swords reversed, lashing out, or withholding with the Page of Wands reversed, the Knight of Swords reversed, kids, of the King of Swords upright, or burden of foolishness and falling for Empress, dumping emotional attachments and performing for other men, perhaps Emperor and King of Cups and or King of Swords. So it looks like the masculine doesn't like the fact that she may be performing for other men who may be paying attention to her, or maybe they're getting the message that are really meant for him at 741, which is the Chariot and the Ace of Cups. So a prisoner of surrender and no option but to come out about pain and betrayal. And now we have the third union read. Now this one's really cool. And then we have the Divine Masculine read. So here we are at 4010, and this is the third union read at 4010. 40 is the Page of Cups, and 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. And this union read was done at 749 to 50, which is the 7 of the Chariot, and the 49 and 50 are the 9 and 10 of Cups, which is that beautiful single emotional fulfillment and family emotional fulfillment. So this union read in 4, 5, and 6D, the underlying energy was the 2 of Swords, with the central energy being the 9 of Pentacles, sovereign, knowing that you are sovereign, wise, abundant, and pure. And the underlying divine feminine energies here was the Chariot rushing in 3/5 being better than a half, or splitting things in half. The first 3 steps again came up here, ascended with Durga, and then I was getting the CH, which then I was getting as the spilled cup, and then the 2 chairs stacked together, which is like the lap dance. The spilled cup, like being at a bar, spilling the wine, and then having a lap dance because they were drinking too much, pushing the new moon, settling the tides, just to ride the solar eclipse, and then walk away and within, on the beach at low tide, with mounds to climb and little emotion. So then I was guided to the tides for Ocean City, New Jersey, but Ocean City, Maryland came up instead, and the longitude and latitude came up as 3833, which is the Queen of Cups and the Christ vibration, which those numbers are significant to me anyway, so that was cool coming up. And then so I looked up Ocean City, New Jersey, and then on 618, the low tide was at 1221. So again, that was very significant. So 618, and not only that, but the 18 is the moon between the full moon lunar eclipse and then the solar eclipse with the moon. So on 618, which is tomorrow, at 12:21 a.m., so it's right after midnight tonight, is that new moon. For some reason I was guided to write down. And then on 621, the new moon at 2:07 p.m. came up. And that's the solar eclipse. So calm waters away from the full moon, catching the wave at the full moon with one bold move that you may have done already, and then instead of pushing any agenda, just riding it in with no effort all the way to the new moon on the 21st. There's like a neutral zone right here. The 4D is the divine feminine higher self in the 4D, reading directions from the Dead Sea Scrolls. So the Qumran cave scrolls and the ancient Jewish religious manuscripts, which they are, the Dead Sea Scrolls, were coming up. So of course I had to look them up and some of the information about them, and you can certainly look that stuff up, but this was just from en.wikipedia.org. But you know, there was like 25,000 fragments that they put together, discovered in 1946 and 47, and then some more in 56 from 11 caves. Most in Hebrew, some from Aramaic, and a few in Greek. And Latin was added later too. Most were on parchment, some on papyrus, and one was on copper. So they were associated to these scenes, but that idea was challenged, perhaps the Zadokites. So then from phys.org on June 2nd, 2020, the reason why I had to look up the Dead Sea Scrolls was because, you know, June 2nd was just a week ago, and here was this news about new DNA evidence that the parchment was mostly sheep. And then they can relate which pieces go together of the sheep DNA that were similar with the same DNA. And then pieces thought to go together already were actually from sheep and cow, so that gave them information that they weren't supposed to go together because cows wouldn't have been in the desert at that time. The Divine Feminine finds the Dead Sea Scroll news not put together properly, supporting the intuitive interpretation as opposed to the literal interpretation of the Bible. The Divine Masculine Akashic Records and the Crystal Skull also came up. So the feminine was the Dead Sea Scrolls, and for the Divine Masculine was coming up the Crystal Skulls. So again, looked it up, and lo and behold, from allthat'sinteresting.com on October 30th, 19, these infamous crystal skulls, the title was, aren't from Aztecs or aliens, but just Victorian hoax artists. A 2008 study by Smithsonian found that likely all the 13 life-size quartz crystal skulls are likely fakes, because of course they're not using the etheric realm energy that they attune to. So the 1924 British adventurer Frederick Mitchell Hedges, his adopted daughter actually found the first one, the Skull of Doom. Those who laughed at it were thought to die or get ill. The prophecy claimed when 13 were reunited, they would disseminate the universal knowledge and secrets critical to humanity's survival, but only when humanity was ready. So from Sacred Ascension Merkaba.com from May 12, 14, there was a Metatron channeling. Full records are available in the 13th skull via Max, an ET crystal skull, a vast consciousness crystal, basically a computer, a living data archive used for storage of complete information of the calendar. In the future, we'll be able to develop crystalline receivers that can allow us to play back in 3D the holograms that Max is Palladian and Arcturian construct and origin, holds the model of the 12 strands of DNA of the fully conscious mind of that ideal human. And that was at 846, which is strength, and the 46 of the Six of Cups, the inner children in the garden. So at 847, which is strength, and 47 is the Seven of Cups, the synchronicities, the crystal skulls contain within all that you were before the human experiment and all that you will be when you complete it. The infinity circle. Atlantis worked with the originals. Most important was the 13th because it contains the full energy of all other 12s of the crystal skulls and safeguarded by the high priest of the Mayans, with a complete map of the cosmos as related to Sirius, Orion, Pleiades, and Arcturus and beyond, and the law of physics for each dimension and cyclic codes. The Mayans called it semi-physical, right, because you're using the third eye to actually get this information, it's Akashic records, and manifesting through theta level thought, or sleep waves. So Max and Sha Na Ra are the only ones that originate from the moon of an enormous planet 20 times the size of Jupiter circulating around Arcturus, the orange star of creativity. So the Divine Feminine Dead Sea Scrolls and the Divine Masculine Crystal Skulls, information and bridging the two by the stars, Orion, etc., and the music of the spheres, like an Egyptian from the Bangles. This is one of the lines from that song I was guided to write down, was the blonde waitress taking their trays. They spin around as they cross the floor. They've got the moves. You drop your drink, and then they bring you more. So that was paralleling with the C and the H of the spilled cup and the lap dance. So walk on your back with pressure to lower hamstrings and or guitar strings, no strings attached, walking like an Egyptian. I want my money back. So obviously someone's trying to get their payment, calling in their payments. So in the 5D, the Divine Feminine Phoenix rising above the flames and drama, the flame in hand, the Middle East dance, the Middle East rises like domino hot air effect. And then the Phoenix Middle East in a venture came together with Phoenix International, SIPA Italy, in precision dies, which is an aluminum extrusion die manufacturing company. And there was also a YouTube here at 10/23/18. So the domino theory and reverse domino theory of change in government in the Middle East, heat causes an uprising, belly dancing, and the Divine Masculine Ten of Cups family and emotional fulfillment, and Top Gun, emotional wall, supported by those who would use his light or star power otherwise. bridging by stating their sovereignty, being wise and practical, and impractical in simulcast or simultaneously. In the 6D is the Divine Feminine Ace of Swords. Truth lies just beneath the surface, in waiting with the plum buoy marker to instigate playtime. The Divine Masculine King of Cups, eye-to-eye reflection, lots of water on both sides here. She the sonar beneath the ocean surface, and he the scope above water. And bridging with the Four of Wands union, the drawbridge like Miranda's Brooklyn Bridge, a place to meet halfway, give or take. The four flame alarm measures. And the Divine Feminine here is the 4D higher self at the new moon under the bridge in the archway or the soul way, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Dead. It's time to 5D rise from the drama and sail away to play plum ball with the dolphins, a rainbow orb that marks the spot. Before play, a planet called Clitoris. The Divine Masculine is the King of Pentacles, 4D left behind, as opposed to before play, he's left behind as the 10 of Pentacles, 5D family love transforms to the King of Cups in 6D. The bridge here at 932, which is the Hermit and the 6 of Wands, guiding the higher self to the crystal skull and Akashics to state their 5D sovereignty and their 6D union set in Stonehenge. So at 932, still that same time, we have the wounded warrior at home with flame in hand, hiding the rest of him. So all I see is a hand sticking out with the flame because the rest of his body's hiding. We have four flames of like the Four of Wands home, and then him saving his flame. He's showing that he's rescued his flame, but he still won't come out because he doesn't want to show his face. So the wounded warrior at home with flame in hand and hiding the rest of him, towering inferno of divine lovers and fires left behind, play, rainbow color my world, saving his flame from the drama, one final rescue, standing up for his lover, immersed in rainbow flames and going down. The summary here is the 10 of Flames, Thunder Road, and Greased Lightning. Eminem, Michael, and Metatron show up for his coming out of cave appearance. The flame to the light, chrysalis to the butterfly, the most beautiful rainbow butterfly. The 10 of Wands is over, all hands down, all the tools on the table, and all bets are in the round. A run for your money is funny, but honey, I would have liked it better if Honey Bunny had bet on me and the sound of silence would have spoken to you. Ascending fast to the wounded warrior as the moon causes eclipses all over the place, defacing and replacing, walking away and within at low tide to lovers, and poof, up in a rainbow smoke, a joke, but seriously, to poke, to see if the key fits. Adam's apple to uvula to mouth, Eve's plum and flowers to vulva and Canal Street, co-creating the hero's game, round 4 plus. A knockout, out of the park, the Divine Masculine does the rest of the work, stepping up to the plate for a swing at a home run. Forrest decided he's tired of running, so he stopped and went down home. Driving positions at 10 and 2. So 2 crazy 8s dance to infinity and beyond, the 13th skull, dark night, destined to hermit and come out in divine timing. 214 came up here, which is Valentine's Day, but also it's 2 patient angels in a turn for the better. 7, 9, and 10, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, bridge even better, and then the 8, 9 heating up and cooling down, all but 98.6. And then at 10:10, as we finish the read, is the Wheel of Fortune times 2 in a high vibration, as the twin path dream, wish, is destined, wise 2, the twin path dream, wish, destined, wise two, to hermit together. So this grid came up as, on the horizontal plane, was 2 17s and a 26. That's 2 stars and the Page of Wands. So 2 stars inspired. And that is, what, 40, 50, that's 60, which is moving to peace. In the other direction was 2 intuitive, crazy 8s, dance to infinity and beyond. Like I said, the 13th skull, dark night, destined to hermit and come out in divine timing. And then, of course, for those of you not familiar, Honey Bunny was coming up from Pulp Fiction. And then I did clarifiers on this read too, so I might as well give you that too. The clarifiers were the underlying energy of the mini deck, recovering post-war with the King of Swords reversed in a bold move on the Chariot, or Cancer. The Two of Swords knowing of the Dark Knight finding peace as the Knight of Pentacles offering help to correct the imbalance, heal, and let go to mend. The underlying Divine Feminine charging to glide forward at the new moon, the Sealed Divine Feminine out in the world, with closure completing the cycle, with the King of Wands reversed, twins coming together under the radar. He walks away and within, while the Divine Feminine sends a message, steps up to perform the high vibe, but reaching the low vibe 3D Emperor and King of Cups present to her perspectives. And it's coming up like the Masculine doesn't like that these two men are getting the information. Or the Emperor and King of Cups presently hanging out with him, and he needs to rise above. The 40 Divine Feminine, higher self, walking away and within, to work on a big purchase or financial draining dependent of the Queen of Pentacles and keeping it to herself while not face to face and in disconnect. The Divine Masculine Capricorn Devil waves, exposing to children, lover defenselessness to energies of the High Priestess Destiny or Viking Princess or religious person's attacks when the King of Pentacles upright is with his kids, the Page of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Wands upright, keeping a stiff upper lip. The wounded warrior sudden with lover, spiritual or divorced or Taurus reversed, and the Queen of Cups upright, patient angel or Sagittarius implementing a plan to send a loving message to the Queen of Swords talking about issues at work, suddenly dropping burdens or confessing depression and deception, or up before sunrise, or confessing to Aquarius reversed and Cancer reversed, but also Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Taurus reversed here too at 1107, which is Justice and the Chariot. In the 5D is the Divine Feminine rising above drama, the Divine Masculine receiving the truth about move of sovereign and getting over grief, and offers new passion after dumping emotional attachments, and free to leap and choose a path with the Hermit advice or light and the number 28. Divine Feminine with big purchase and crystals, and the Divine Masculine with family. In the 6D, the Divine Masculine is ready to play ball, the Divine Masculine suffering in silence with the Messenger of Truth. 60, I'm sorry, it was the Divine Feminine is ready to play ball, Divine Masculine suffering in silence with the Messenger of Truth rushing in, offering him, or him offering, to make up for unhappiness in the awakening process with judgment announcements and a wake-up call, to the King of Cups bridging with house-home union and insecure between the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles dream family. It's like he's stuck in between the two. 10 of Wands is worse. The worst is over, with the Empress released from their burdens, starting over with an offer of love from the Page of Pentacles, waiting to see all angles of the gold coin or the situation. The Queen of Wands in an afterthought message here. Queen of Wands surrenders, but they're jealous. So they may be upright because they're putting on a brave face, but they could have an agenda because they still may be pissed. All right, so this is the second Divine Masculine read, which was completed at 12:14 to 15, which is the angel and the devil. 12 is the hangman. And we had the shadow, guidance, solar deity, and wheel. Shadow is the devil, guidance is the Hierophant, solar deity is the sun, and then wheel of fortune. And then after the read, the chariot came up. And now we're on the 10th today, and it's the 10 of the wheel of fortune and the 20 of the judgment card. So there was one sword, 3 cups, and so this read starts around 59 minutes. 1 sword, 3 cups, and 3 pentacles. There were no wands here. And the court cards were the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Before the read, we had the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. And after the read, we had the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of players here. Numbers and code line were all about it. I didn't use the number deck here. I used the energy deck. So it was appreciation and attachments, which is 15 and 5, which is the Devil and the Hierophant. And number-wise, we had double 3s, double 4s, which is 33 and 44. The Christ vibration, the 7 of Wands, and then the 44 is the 4 of Cups, grounding and integrating and mastering, receiving of love. So we had 133, 33, 44, and number 7, which is the Chariot. 2, 3, 4, shut the door. 23 is the King of Wands. 47 is the 7 of Cups, the synchronicities. 34 is the 8 of Wands. 45, the 5 of Cups. 57, the 3 of Swords, and then 78. 7-8 also, 7-8 lay them straight. 78 is the 10 of Pentacles, the end of the tarot. So the message here regarding appreciation and attachment had to do with fidelity after death to the nth degree, aiding the Page of Cups, the shaman, in the hour of cry stalls. The divine masculine heart in the bat cave, holding on to appreciation and attachment. So there may be some issues with that, like a lack of appreciation and needing to remove the mask. And then 5 comes up also as the PHI, the circle with the line through and through, in need of centering after death. And when adding to the nth degree, aiding the Page of Cups, the shaman, in the divine masculine's heart in the bat cave. So this is saying when we're adding things on, like to projects and stuff, it's saying, you know, whenever you get off-centered, any situation where you may be getting off-centered, the phi is coming up, the PHI, because that's the code for needing to get back to center again. And when adding things on, it throws you off. Again, aid the Page of Cups, or the shaman, the divine masculine's heart, when he's feeling young and insecure, to come back to balance again. So we start here with the shadow upright, and now you can see this read. You have the shadow upright here on top, and then the 4 cards below that were the 5 of Cups upright, the 4 of Swords upright, the Knight of Cups upright, and the Knight of Swords upright. The shadow, Capricorn, and codependencies, after grieving without sleep, perhaps, rising above and coming out with the Knight of Cups and Knight of Swords. No options but to come out. The 2 of Cups connection and rumors about house and union. There's no messages or negative self-talk here, spying, or a child with a big mouth, or lying. Or the silent treatment without option. Home going crazy. The Fool free to leap, healing, suffering in silence, and implementing a plan. The 2 of Pentacles whistleblower, aroused before dawn by the patient angel, or aroused in deception, or by Cancer reversed to Sagittarius, or patient angel, or vice versa. The dogs are out and lobster hung out to dry, tap dancing in the street for tips. Fred Flintstone in the city, taking the road less traveled, one step at a time in shallow emotions. Perhaps whistlers on the side of the road. Codependencies or Capricorn, patient angel, or Sagittarius upright, Capricorn upright, and Cancer reversed, as well as Aries upright. The whistleblower out and around the corner from the Emperor finding peace and making an offer. In over his head with snakeskin boots and stone pillar or throne. And the King of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles, finding peace after they go home. So there could be someone who is waiting for someone to leave to find peace, and that could be their kids going back to the other parents. I can attest to that. So soulmate comes up for the masculine, and beneath that was this could be the one. The King of Wands reversed is tired and getting some sun, or hanging out by the pool with the kids. Moody Sagittarius with attitude, and sleepy Pisces, or floating on raft. And the Page of Cups frustrated, not knowing what or how to say it at the full moon. The King of Wands reversed with 2 lovers, or showering kids with affection. Remote viewing divine masculine at work with 2 dark goats still in his pockets. So this is coming up again where somebody dark is remote viewing the masculine, and he's still putting things around him to block him. These dark goat energies. So whether they're giving him things to put in his pockets or whatever it is, that those dark energies keep coming up. The recent past here is worse than the left. Left is the billy goat, and the right is the burnt dark lamb. Checking heel while afloat or on waterbed, forced naked massage or drunk and a pill. Sagittarius mixing drinks or potions with attitude or drinking issues and white hook kiss of death. All in orange, sacral or sex pot, knee to heel, 2 feet, and little soul. The divine feminine in the 5D world with fish and bird watching over her in distress, feeling everything he does, no less. Capricorn upright, Virgo reversed, Sagittarius upright, Cancer reversed, Aries upright times 2, Gemini upright, Pisces upright here, in the sunshine with the King of Wands reversed. Magician, sunshine, or magic sun, and strong woman of emotional fulfilling family, Leo or ego here. Tempted by the Holy Grail, the prisoner, Queen of Swords upright, and the King of Wands reversed. Not sleeping, wounded warrior heartbroken, or separation, or hanging out in the pool room. So there could be a swimming pool here or a pool room. Knights of the Round Table and Knights Templar, down to their last weapon and exhausted. It's too late to focus on heart issues at 1:15, which is the Magician and the Devil. Or somebody needs a cardiac cath here, not taking care of themselves, addictions, no sleep, bad food, heartbreak, separation, and jail time. Heartless, Devil, and Angel, Knight of Pentacles offering help to the Page of Cups, struggling with sunshine. Or separation of Devil and Angel, or Capricorn and Sagittarius, with the Knight of Pentacles and Page of Cups, and Knight of Wands reversed, Leo or ego out of control, or just tired, sick, exhausted, on their last leg. The wounded warrior and the prisoner, the loyal humble servant, and innocent heart. Recently is the Two of Swords upright, in knowing or unaware that two are out in the cold, injured, unhappy, and without sleep, or rising above, awake and out. Queen of Wands received an opportunity for growth, selling old stuff, or dumping emotional attachments to be free in order to leap. The foundation is no guidance or no external guidance, or Taurus or Hierophant reversed, a divorce, a break in contract, or spiritual, or just someone who thinks outside the box. Lover's deception or full moon eclipse, or Taurus reversed or Gemini upright, and Cancer reversed, patient, or Sagittarius upright and Gemini upright, deceptive, or up before dawn. Implementing a plan, the King of Cups, Cancer, looking back or living in the past. Lovers, Cancer and Sagittarius or Gemini, making a plan, Stan, and the King of Cups, deceptive, or up before sun, looking back at patient, Angel or Sagittarius, being patient. The central energy here is the Knight of Pentacles upright, loyal, faithful servant, strong Leo ego, or Aries, suffering in silence with the messenger of truth, rushing in out of justice, truth and balance, divorce, or Libra, harsh truth, or Aries or Queen of Wands upright, free from Leo and or Libra, and challenged by Page of Cups, innocent, with an open heart, a child or a message of love. The Page of Wands is inspired by the King of Pentacles reversed, in debt or out of balance, and that could be a kid, like thinking it's funny that somebody fell, maybe someone who never falls, right, because they're too perfect. Scammed by the Page of Pentacles reversed, perhaps, and that could be kids or twins offering the Knight of Cups kind of love, and the Hermit reversed coming out in awakening, the King of Cups lover or father coming out to kids or twin. Libra upright, Virgo reversed, Capricorn reversed, Gemini upright, Pisces and or Scorpio, perhaps a Taurus reversed too. And now for the masculine is the Three of Cups reversed, social distancing, third party or negative groups or bad influences, with good news that's uncomfortable, and the Knight of Wands rushing in from the past, exposure or exposed heartbreak and or separation. Overwork, not working, with Sovereign and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed and two older kids, the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. Leo upright, Sag upright, Virgo reversed, Taurus reversed here. The Hierophant's reversed and the Empress is upright, purging or dumping on the King of Cups, and the Hermit reversed and or lover or Gemini in negative exchange, with the Knight of Wands suddenly in an event, epiphany, or possibly orgasm. blowing their top, crown, cover, or lid in a losing battle with the Two of Cups connection and judgment, decision, announcement, or wake-up call, piped in music, or saving grace. The worst is over with dream come true and bliss state. Healer or star healing, the dream girl keeping to self, or Aquarius upright and Capricorn upright, or devil star broken on the warpath, emergency or state of emergency, and defenseless to destiny, energy, and or attacks at 153, which is the Magician and the Knight of Swords. All right, so at 153. And then the Queen of Cups is upright with affection. Soon for the masculine is the Three of Pentacles reversed with issues at work, a hostage, dumped, purging, ignoring the Page of Pentacles reversed in need of help, money, or opportunity, or a student who never learns their lesson or is an opportunist. Imprisoned and pushed to their emotional limits, the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or legacy, with the Knight of Wands rushing in passionately, insecure about carrying a load or having the tools to do the work. He sees himself as the solar deity, happy in the sun, exposed, kids, or Leo in their energy field and taking over. The King of Swords upright, dead tired, near-death experience, clinging, or the never-ending story of the Ten of Cups reversed, unhappy family. The star, light, healing, or healer of the Queen of Cups and Devil or Capricorn waving, the Queen of Cups giving light and love, and shadow too, offering time, money, and energy, and a new life to the Page of Cups. Passion comes up here and calling in your soulmate. We have Leo upright, Aquarius upright, Capricorn upright, Pisces upright, and Scorpio reversed here. Around him, or how he's seen, is the Seven of Cups reversed. Dumping emotional attachments or coming back down the steps. Grieving a split, lies, or cutting through the BS. Pulling the sword from the stone, like ripping off the Band-Aid. Shady business going on here. Bringing in a virus or hot merchandise. Or defending their territory. Leo or kids doing illegal or immoral activities and exposed or got caught. Or one is the lookout and the other is the thief or liar, or cutting costs or reimbursements, or liars, cheaters, and thieves all around him he wasn't aware of, all exposed or escaped from prison or seven-step program, or hired a PI, kids, or co-workers to spy, expose, or dig up dirt on people, etc., or suspended or expelled from school, or were cutting classes or not showing up at school at all before Corona-19, or dumping people, places, and things that no longer serve. Everyone in a state of fear they just don't understand about keeping their energy uplifted. And challenged by the wheel, destiny, divine timing, and healing the Queen of Swords upright, speaking about all of this and the weight of the world, the Temple Path, the number 12 of wisdom, and the Queen of Wands attachment to appreciation or lack of appreciation and their attachment to their partnership. The Divine Masculine's heart is in the Batcave with the Queen of Cups, Libra, Capricorn, or issues at work, getting along, or financial, third-party influences, and surrender to the High Priestess, secret, and or intuition. The Divine Masculine holding on loosely, grounding and saving, destined in social distancing, bad influences or third-party or overindulgences, the Chariot reverse, state of emergency, warpath, brokenness, or Eight of Swords prison of the King of Cups upright and Queen of Pentacles reversed, cycle complete, world is right again, or sealed divine feminine in the 5D. Shadow Capricorn with no guidance, Taurus reversed, sunshine, exposure, Leo, and coming back down from that high point, and that could be a financial reference as well. At 303, floating, the Knight of Pentacles offer, challenged by the Page of Cups, love, and these could be kids offering to help. Page of Cups, love, working to co-create destiny with social distancing. And the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave, stuck in prison with the King of Cups upright and the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the whole world. Shadow Capricorn gliding along in separation without external guidance or a break from contract, divorce, or there's a Taurus reversed or just a spiritual person or outside the box, and the Knight of Pentacles is challenged by the Page of Cups, message of love and open heart, social distancing and or negative influences and no joy. The sunshine, kids, happiness and exposure at work, dumping emotional attachments and destined to hold on loosely, ground save, the Divine Masculine's heart in the bat cave, broken, broke down, up or through, trapped in prison, anxiety, fear of the King of Cups upright and Queen of Pentacles reversed and the world, closure and end to the cycle. All right, so that was the end of the read, which was all about the Knight of Pentacles in the center, challenged by the Page of Cups, so they could be kids or just messages, and the Divine Masculine's broken heart. And so now we are going to just pull a quick card. I'm just going to give you a Crystal Angels card. Since we already did a lot, it's already 1:15. It was 1:15:25. And that's the Magician, the Devil, and the Knight of Wands. So what is a quick message before we go for everybody watching? The best and highest good of all is concerned. We have Lapis Lazuli, life-changing epiphany or experience. It's time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. And then we have Fluorite, natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God has made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. The underlying energy is angelite, like angels, spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. Okay, that was a mouthful. So make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. And all of you guys, be good to yourselves. I'm sweating now. Rise and be loved. Bye.